Hi everyone, Nige here from 3 Men of Whisky. It's December the 1st, so we are officially into the Christmas rush. And what better way to usher in the festive season than to drink a little bit of whiskey. I'm going to be doing a whiskey advent calendar throughout the month of December up to Christmas Day, which means I'm going to be trying a new whiskey every day, letting you know what my thoughts are on it. But rather than just do that, I thought we'd add a little bit of geekiness to proceedings as well. So I am going to be pairing each of these whiskies with a Christmas movie. Because, why not? I'll be honest with you, the links between the movies and the whiskies are tenuous at best. But, we won't let that stop us. Any excuse, as they say. So, if we're going to make a start, I picked, as a first movie, I picked something that takes me back to my youth. It's one of the many adaptations of the Charles Dickens classic, A Christmas Carol. I might as well just say now that it won't be the only adaptation of the Charles Dickens classic, A Christmas Carol, that we do during this advent calendar. Because let's be honest, you can't swing a dead turkey without hitting a group of thesps being all Dickensian at this time of year. So we might as well feed their egos and watch a few. There might even be a bit of Bill Murray in there as well. The one I've picked is a true classic. It's from 1970. I've picked it very much in homage to my dad. Who was, without a shadow of a doubt, the most Christmas obsessed person I've ever known. He would start watching Christmas movies, including the one I'm going to watch today, in September. I'd only just gone back to school, and he'd be starting on the Christmas movies, and this one was one of his favourites. And it's probably also one of my earliest Christmas memories as well. Not Christmas trees and Santa and presents under the tree and all that kind of stuff, but a Christmas movie. And not just any Christmas movie, but the musical extravaganza that is Scrooge. A 1970 film starring Albert Finney, Alec Guinness, Obi-Wan Kenobi himself, also playing a ghost yet again, and yeah, I've got really fond memories of this film. I haven't watched it in an age, and so it'll be interesting to see how it holds up. I'm not a massive musical person. I don't really. It's not a genre that I would generally pick when I'm choosing a film to watch, but it's Christmas, so you've got to make do. And the fact that it's a musical, the fact that it's a classic from my youth, means that it should certainly add a whole load of the Christmassy vibes that you want at this time of year. Moving on to the whiskey. So the whiskey I've paired with it, again in the spirit of thinking about how things began. Scrooge started my my Christmas movie journey, and this whiskey, Tullibardine, started my whiskey obsession. I was already into whiskey. I tried quite a few. I liked it, but going to my very first tasting by the Wee Dram over in Bakewell, which was a Tullibardine tasting, really set me on a very dangerous path where now my house is overrun with whiskey bottles and I have no money. But it's been fun. And so Tullibardine, it's got a special place in my heart. I'm a big fan. It's also a really cool place to visit, and it's quite easy to get to as well. We've taken a number of trips up to Speyside over the years, and it's on the way. You can literally just pop in. It's right there. You see it from the road. So you can pull off and go and try some whiskies and well, hopefully have someone else drive you on the rest of your journey. And it's guaranteed whenever we go up there, we'll always pop in on the way there or on the way back, or both, because that's how we roll. And yeah, it's an absolute classic. And so the bottle is here. I'm going to take this off because it is really annoying me. But yeah, this is the bottle. It's not directly from the distillery. It's from an independent bottler, Murray McDavid. I really like independent bottlers as well, because they take the spirit from a great distillery and they will do something different with it. You know, they will, they might put it in different casks than they would normally do. Or either way, they're going to mature it in a way that is unique to them. And so what you end up with is something really interesting. It will be distinctly that distillery, but it will be kind of uniquely not, because it will have had something different done to it by the independent bottler. So this is their sherry finish. It's been finished in PX and Oloroso. So that's always enough to grab my interest anyway. I love a sherry bomb. This probably won't be a sherry bomb because it's been finished there. It's not been matured fully in sherry casks. It's also been done in bourbon casks to begin with. It's one I'm really looking forward to because I've not tried it before. I've literally just opened it just now to pour it out. It's been sat on my shelf for ages and I've been meaning to open it. So it's a really nice way to kind of start things off. I'm expecting it to be, quite creamy, bit of citrus, nice fruity flavors there. Something not overbearing to kind of kick things off. But we'll wait and see because, like I said, I've not tried it before. Here it is. It's looks nice, looks gorgeous, as so many whiskies do. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to go and watch Scrooge, which is lined up on my laptop right now. I'm going to kick it off. Hopefully I will come back completely in the Christmas spirit, like my dad would have been at this time of year. And from there, I'll let you know what I thought. All right, see you in a bit. Okay, so I've finished my rewatch. And my cup runs dry, so the whiskey has gone down quite well as well. What did I think? On the movie front, look, musicals aren't my bag. That it's not really a genre I'm that into. But if I'm gonna watch a musical, then I probably prefer the older ones. Because the older ones, they come with these big brash, musical numbers. They know what they are and they just go for it, So in that regard, this movie actually, really captured that. It was very impressive, and the songs, even though I've not seen this film for decades, the songs were obviously locked away in the back of my brain somewhere where I thought I'd forgotten them. And as soon as they started, I could remember every word. I could recite every word. So clearly, the memory of watching this movie a gazillion times when I was a child is seared on my brain. It's a good film. Again, I'm not ranking these films based on whether they are the greatest films of all genres of all time. I'm really just ranking them as Christmas movies. And as a Christmas movie, it's great fun. It's arguably, I would say, probably the best adaptation of Dickens, although we'll see, because I do have some more that I'm going to watch over this next month. The performances were great. Albert Finney, superb in the title role. I mentioned Alec Guinness. He was playing Marley. He was great as well. Loads of other people. Kenneth Moore. If you're old school enough, you might remember him. He was in quite a lot of old films that I used to watch. Back in the day. So yeah, genuinely very, very enjoyable. I will give it a ranking. I'm gonna do rankings out of 12. I'm gonna do 12 Days of Christmas. So this is a solid 10. What is 10? 10 Lords of Leaping territory for me. So it's a really solid Christmas movie. If you've never seen it, give it a go. It's genuinely very enjoyable. If you don't like musicals, grin and bear it because it's they're not. It's not as bad as some. I can certainly say that. And look, who doesn't like a little bit of Dickens during the festive period? I mean, the guy virtually owns it really. As for the whiskey, the Murray McDavid, yeah, very nice, very drinkable. A lot of that creaminess really came through from a Tullibardine perspective. They were quite known for it. It's quite a light whiskey generally. It was probably a little weak, I would say, on the finish. Not a lot going on down here. tend to prefer a bit more there, so that probably knocks it down a few points. But some nice spiciness initially, you know, lots of fruitiness coming through, particularly kind of dried fruits, which makes it quite good for a wintry dram. Yeah, and you know, decent, not, you know, blow my head off amazing, but you know, solid and decent. So if I'm going to give this a rating, we'll do these out of 10 just to really complicate matters, and I'll give this a nice solid 6. And again, I'll caveat that with the fact that this is really not expensive at all. This is 35 quid, I think you can pick this up for. So again, bearing that in mind, well worth a go. And yeah, we'll leave it there. That was you know, day 1. I will be back tomorrow, assuming I you know, keep focused, keep on target. We'll be back tomorrow with another movie, another whiskey. The movie I've picked for tomorrow, I won't say what it is, but it is one I have not seen before, or at least I've not watched all of it before. And I'm quite looking forward to sitting down and giving that a go. And I have a nice whiskey lined up for that one as well. If you do like the stuff that we're doing, please do like the video on whatever social media platform you're seeing it on, and subscribe to us as well. Subscribe to 3 Men and a Whiskey on our YouTube channel. It really does help. It's not just for our egos. It more than anything, it really just helps us know that we're doing good stuff and that you want to see more. And we'll leave it there. So, thank you very much. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Cheers.